What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Straight Betting. Today is Tuesday, November 25th, a couple days before Thanksgiving. I'm joined by my guy, Profit Props. Profit, how are we doing today?
Good, man. Good. Appreciate you having me on. Hopefully we have some winners for the people tonight.
Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you coming on kind of last second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a couple games tonight, man. We got some Wizards, Hawks stuff, Magic, Sixers stuff, a little bit of Clippers, Lakers. So 3 games, nothing too crazy. Tomorrow it's kind of the big slate. And it looks like we don't really have props out for that or anything. Not that we'd go over them anyways, but yeah, Profit. I guess let's just rip the Band-Aid off, I guess. What do you like for Hawks Wizards?
Hawks Wizards. So the first thing I played in this was Jalen Johnson PRA's over. This has bumped a little bit this morning, but I'll explain my reasoning behind it. Leaned over individually on points, rebounds, and assists. I originate my own numbers. Each of those showed an edge to the over. And then even though this is a 10.5 point spread, with it being the cup format, the Hawks are definitely, in my opinion, going to look to have a large differential today. I forget who all's in their group, but they're going to go to 3-1 with a win tonight. And there'll be another team in their bracket 3-1 as well. So it's probably going to come down to differential there. So I think we're going to get some extended run. If you look at the games, 34 or more minutes without Trae Young, pretty good hit rate this season. And I projected this around 44. I still like it at 42.5. I think at 43.5, I would just stay off of it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's been on an absolute tear, and now he gets to play the Wizards. I know that this, what'd you get it at? Like 40.5?
41.5 this morning. This one's moved. Yeah.
It's actually funny because he's ended at 42. What is it? 4 times?
Yeah.
Or 5 times? Or something like that. Yeah, no, that's good stuff, man. I had Jalen Johnson 20+ points and 8+ rebounds in my bet slip and didn't play it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But no, I'm completely on board with you, man. I mean, he's been absolutely dominating. You get a team that's like dead last in transition, fouls a shit ton, allows a shit ton of points in the paint. I mean, this is just like a terrible, terrible fucking defense. And I'm absolutely in line with you here on Jalen. I think that this is a very, very solid, very, very solid look. Yeah, just get all those going on. Yo, what's going on? Dyson Daniels getting 6 assists tonight. So yeah, Prophet, do you have an opinion on that? Because that was probably my strongest opinion on the board here. It looks like some people might be high on the unders. I don't know why this line's moving against, but I mean, Prophet, this is just like without Trae Young, with Jalen Johnson. I mean, he's averaging 6.3 assists. He's over in 8 out of 12, and now he plays the Wizards. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like is this just like a not overthinking one?
I could get behind the over here in a similar reasoning behind Jalen Johnson. I think we get extended minutes in a game where they're trying to we saw this last year too. It's like they're almost trying to blow a team out, and it's just part of what the rules make it to be. So yeah, I could get behind the Dyson Daniels over. I would be I do have one under in this game. It's on the other side of the ball. I would be afraid to take any unders on the Atlanta side of the ball tonight.
I agree, dude. What's the under look you like here?
This one has moved a little bit as well. I took Alex Sarr under 18.5 points this morning. Model projections were around 16, and I don't think Washington's already out of it. They're 0-2 in cup play. So while Atlanta may continue to try to run the score up, Washington has nothing to play for. Holidays are coming up. I think I kind of baked in less motivation than normal into this line. And then the hit rate looks good without doing anything to it. So I took the under 18.5. 17, I'd probably still go. Anything under that, I'd be afraid to take it.
Yeah. So I think that's actually interesting because he played really crappy minutes the last couple games. Obviously, one was kind of a blowout and foul trouble, but then he comes back and only gets 28 minutes. Not exactly sure what that's all about, but yeah, if he's going to be around like that 28-minute range, I think that even 17.5 is a little bit hefty for Sarr. I know he's had some good games. I'm just not like personally sold on Alex Sarr doing anything crazy. It looks like we had some injury news come in. This dude, Garrick Lively, injured once again. Oh, wow. This is good for my LaMelo to Minnesota agenda. You see this? Miles Bridges on Concanupple. He's been our best player.
Yes, I did see that, and I did see your write up on. I think it'd be a great fit, dude.
It should, dude. It's like it would fix the Wolves. It's like worth taking this stab, I think.
Bagley
Um,
is out. Keyshawn George is out in this game as well.
okay. Okay. Keyshawn George is pretty important, I'd say, to be honest.
Yeah, I was
Like
looking at his overs this morning. It's just he was questionable, so I didn't run anything.
yeah. So without Keyshawn George, let's see, how many games have they played? I guess I'm just looking at Chris Middleton here. I guess we could quick go to some on-off stuff because Keyshawn George is probably their highest usage player, I would think.
Especially of late, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So that's actually, I wish I need to be more on top of like the Wizards. I feel like it's so hard to like cover all 32 teams, honestly, dude. Like honestly.
I feel the same way about the Wizards, and they are by far the closest team to me. Have been my entire life. I just can't bring myself to follow the Wizards.
to keep up with the Wiz. I think the thing is with the Wizards too is that they have like a lot of young guys who they drafted so like super early, like first round picks over the past couple of years. Who it's like usually like when someone in the Sixers gets like ruled out, then you're like, oh wow, now Quentin Grimes is gonna play 40 minutes. Now it's like someone from like the Wizards gets like ruled out. It's like, oh wow, well this like young guy is just gonna play minutes and nothing's gonna change.
Yep.
So. Okay, well, looks like CJ McCollum sees a really big usage bump here, and there's no Trey Johnson either, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Cam Whitmore, that makes sense. Cam Whitmore, his like minutes are always a thing, though. It's not like if he's gonna start. Chris Middleton looks like he stays the same. He was someone I was a little bit, curious to see if he was gonna get a usage bump for, but I'll tell you what, Prophet. One of the guys that I am just like kind of a fan of, and I feel like I think I'm just higher on market than, is the Wizards' backup center, Tristan Vukcevic.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know who that is?
Not really. I'm about to go throw him in my models, see what I come up for with him.
Yeah, Tristan Vukcevic, dude. He's a very good per minute scorer. So he's someone that if like say the Hawks, what are they, 10.5-point favorites, 11-point favorites? It's like maybe they knock their shit, and your SAR goes under, and then my Vukcevic is getting all the garbage time scraps.
Yeah, no. What is his line?
12
and a half points. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's not Vukcevic. Vukcevic doesn't have a line yet. He's someone that
that's Tristan Da Silva. My fault.
Yeah, Da Silva. Same Tristan. But yeah, I mean, I guess without Keyshawn George, let me just quick check like one last thing. I want to see what the rotations were looking like. I wish I just like knew Wizard shit off the top of my head. So I guess Prophet, while we're just like kind of like browsing through this, what kind of like goes into your model projections, would you say?
Well, I do a lot of like statistical formulas. Like I have Poisson worked in some places, normal binomial distribution some places, negative binomial distribution, I mean, and normal distribution. But then I just use things like usage percentage is huge for me. And I think the way I differentiate myself from the market, or what allows me to win, is projecting volume better than necessarily. Like I try to project volume and then work back from there, opposed to like this guy scores 10 points per game this week and then 20 on the season or something like that. I'll just focus on more like shots per possession, shots per minute, and then try to build it out from there. So minutes and then volume are like the two things that I key in on, and then try to build from there.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And that's exactly what I would put in a model too if I were to make one. It's like just try to find the field goal attempts per minute, the points per minute, the assists per minute, rebounds per minute, and then kind of just like going from there. Obviously, like your minute projections are going to be super important with that, but yeah, no, I think that's super sharp.
Yep, that's the way I do it.
Timmy said, "Would Veet 3's ladder be crazy?" So here's the thing. I think the Hawks are like pretty much healthy. I think that he's kind of been playing out of necessity to an extent. I guess, let's see. When's the last time they've been like fully healthy though? Like if you go to like with all these guys besides Trae Young. It's been a while. Where's Luke Kennard and Dyson, I guess?
Is Kennard out?
Oh wow, he got 30 minutes last time. Huh?
Is Kennard out? I thought I saw something about that.
No, he's in now, I believe.
He's in? Okay.
Jonathan Isaac is out due to back spasms, though.
You're right. Kennard, 54 minutes available to play. Okay, got that.
So
Isaac
yeah, I
has
mean,
been ruled out. Okay.
but Timmy, so V did get 30 minutes though the last time with like everyone healthy. So he's been playing good, man, and looks like he's getting rewarded with that. And actually, I kind of want to quick go check these rotations a little bit and just see like is like Luke Kennard just kind of cooked? Are they not using him anymore? Did V take his job? Prophet, have you been kind of keeping up with the Hawks there?
Yeah, I have. I don't really have an opinion on V. The player that was like sticking out to me today that I didn't bet, and honestly, I want to go see how this line's moved. Okongwu's threes was like staring me in the face today. I looked over V, had nothing, but Okongwu was the guy for me that was like the line hasn't moved at all. So I'm glad I didn't play it. But all day it was like staring me in the face. But I don't know how to spot his and Porzingis minutes today, just to be honest.
Yeah. I actually honestly like I know we said no unders. I kind of like Kristaps' unders though. I think that Kristaps is a guy that like any chance they get to like kind of like rest him a little bit to an extent, like that they're gonna take it. So like if the game, is to get out of hand, I think he might be like the first one like off the bench. And also like I feel like Kristaps, like, I mean, dude, are they just gonna like run a ton of like post ups to him against the Wizards? When I mean, you can beat the Wizards in any which way. You don't have to like force Kristaps post ups. So I kind of don't hate an under, and like the line just feels a tad bit inflated.
I agree, it feels inflated. I think if this were a normal Tuesday night game and not a cup game, I would have been on this under.
Yeah, but maybe they run it out and stuff. Yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally agree with that. So Onyeka PRA. So I guess here's the thing with Onyeka. So it's obviously a really good matchup. And I see it's at 20. It looks like it's at 22.5 at some places, 24.5. So pretty damn big difference. To be honest, and like I said, it's against the Wizards. They're so damn bad. But if you do like with Jalen, with Kristaps, and is there anyone else maybe like with Risache, I guess? I know that Onyeka has not been playing crazy minutes, especially as of recent. It's like 25, 21. That was a blowout, but 26, 26, 27. So like I feels like a little bit high on Onyeka, man, to be honest with you. Like I guess in games with Johnson and Kristaps and without Trey, and we could see where he's kind of at on a per minute basis. But yeah, he's at 21.9 PRA, 25.3 minutes. I don't know if he's like a PRA per minute guy, even against the Wizards. So I actually kind of lean on, like at this 24.5 at least, I lean under. I think that 22.5 is efficient. Do you have an opinion on that?
Really there right now?
What do you know what your projections have for Onyeka's PRA?
Yeah, I can tell you right now. 28, so I'm way over. That's why I brought it up. I'm way over, but I don't know how I feel about it, man. Prophet is my guy. That boy helping me pay my child support bills. Hey, shout out Vale T. Appreciate you tapping in, bro.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's Risache. So yeah, you're right. It is Risache losing the minutes. Risache is so weird, man. Like
such a weird fit for that team. Number 1 overall pick. Like it doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't know. Like why do they just like? Why are they not playing him? Like I don't know. Is he just like a massive like? Is he hurting the team like big time? Because
I would love to see his plus minus. Like I've watched some Atlanta games. I don't feel like he affects the lineup a lot, positively or negatively. I think he's just kind of a neutral player to that offense. Now Trey's out. Maybe he can gel back in when Jalen Johnson is more of a second option. I don't know. Watching Risache has been weird this season.
Yeah. I wonder what, like, just with everyone in, I wonder, like, how many minutes he's been getting. I feel like you do Veet, like, all these guys. It's been a couple games, and it's like 21, 22, 26, and 24. So I think this is I mean, obviously it's a Wizards, right? So you can make a case that it's literally like a good matchup for everyone. But I mean, do you think that like he could benefit by like, them just taking care of business? And it's like when push goes to shove, that's kind of when they bench Ricochet.
I do. I'll tell you, my model projections are 8 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. So I don't really know how the market stacks versus that.
Yeah, I think the market's kind of baking in like I don't know. Yeah, the market is definitely like baking in the Wizards matchup. That's for sure. Like I guess we could
I
just
see that now. Yeah, we got some 11.5s out there. Yeah, the market actually, to me, like that. To me, it says that the sports books say the same thing. I'm not going to say that my model is always right with the books. Obviously, that's not a good thing. But there are certain players that are consistency. I'm consistently right with the books, and he's usually one of them. So I do feel like there's a little bit of Wizards baked into this.
Yeah. Let's see. What are his threes at? 1.5. Okay. Because, I mean, this is a beautiful matchup for him, man. I mean, bro, literally 47% of his points are coming in transition. And, Wizards are absolutely dead last there. I know that they're giving up, like, it's like transition. He's spotting up. He's getting catch and shoot stuff. I know, like, just straight up, like, I think if you go to, like, the last 10 games, Wizards are allowing the third most catch and shoot makes, too. Third most threes. I mean, obviously, like, they're a brutal defense. I don't know, man. I think this is like a good spot for Ricochet. And maybe if it wasn't a cup game, but especially if you can get this 10.5 line, because that kind of changes the hit rate pretty significantly. Obviously, going from 11.5 to 10.5, a lot of ending on 11s there. But yeah, I tap in every day at 12 p.m. Yes, sir. Yeah, guys, by the way, real quick, shout out to Prophet, of course, for being on here. But I do have his X link below along with his YouTube. So if you guys are fans of my content, you'll probably be a fan of Prophet's too, because we're kind of doing the same shit.
Yes, sir.
So make sure to go check him out as well. Let's see. We have a Nikhil for 2.5 threes.
I like his points. I do like his threes as well now that I look at my model. I'm at 2.87. There's a 2.5 plus money. I like his points. This is another one I was very close on. I feel like I just didn't get the best of the number this morning, but I like Nickeil Alexander-Walker's points over in this one.
Yeah, he's been hooping. I'm a Wolves fan, right? So like, I still think of Nickeil as like this, this like role player who's gonna take his like 6-7 shots a game, And now he's getting 18.5 lines, but he's been like super, super consistent, man. I mean, he's had double digits in every single game, which is just insane. Yeah, it's like, dude, the thing is, and this is like why I don't like taking like points overs that much against like these shitty teams. It's like, dude, it's because like I can make a case for like everyone. I think that I know you said you're on Jalen. I think I like Jalen probably the most. But like you can literally make a case for like everyone, dude. Like it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, especially when you're baking in probably extended minutes. A lot of these lines look like they're off, but at the end of the day, I only pulled the trigger on one over in this game. But Nickeil Alexander-Walker was absolutely my second favorite play. Like, it was a very strong lean. And then Okongwu's threes would probably be a third for me. But, yeah, Jalen Johnson PRA's over is the only official I had.
Yep. And I'm probably, unless we get some, like, starting lineup news, I'm probably just going to sit this one out. Like I said, my strongest lean is definitely this Dyson Daniels look, though, at 5.5 times. Just think that, I mean, dude, like his shit looks good just like normally, and this is like probably the best matchup. But I just like don't have conviction behind it, man. Like Dyson. I've like, have you ever bet on Dyson and like truly like watched like him hoop like recently?
I did, because there was you probably saw it. There was a point in time where he was absolutely crushing without Trae Young, and I rode that wave until it stopped working. But yeah, I definitely bet on Dyson's overs a little bit. We were getting a really good number. We were getting like 9.5s.
Yeah.
And then he did sell me on an under. I bet an under 7.5. I forget if it was just a week or so ago, under 6.5 or 7.5 assists. Lost by the hook. I mean, it was 6, so not really a hook, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Yeah, Dyson just gets like gimmicky assists, dude. Like, I don't know, man. It just like you just like look up and he has a shit ton of assists. But like when you're watching the game, you're like, oh wow, he probably has like 2 assists right now. And it's like all these like super late potentials or super late assists that don't come in as potential assists and shit like that.
I would
Okay.
like to mention one other thing in this game, and this happened to me yesterday. And if anyone sees a line, please tell me. Can you pull up Zachariah Richeche RAs? I'm only seeing this available on like one book, which is annoying as hell. And this happened to me yesterday with Tobias Harris. I played this, but I didn't release it because it was available at like Fanatics and MGM, and that's it. Right now, I'm not seeing many books available on this over 4.5, but I really like the over 4.5 here.
Yeah, you can't really argue with this, huh? With Johnson without Trey.
Yeah, exactly.
And against the Wizards.
But again, I'm not seeing many books open with this line, which is just annoying.
Yep, just going to be MGM and 365 there.
Is that all you got to? I'm
I mean,
probably going to play that just for full transparency, but I won't release something like that when it's just available at one or two books.
Yeah. Especially like MGM 365.
Like the two softest books. Yeah, I'm not gonna put that on my record.
So, Prophet, let's move on to here. I really like Maxey over 32.5 points, dude. I mean, here's the thing, bro. Like, yes, 32.5 sounds really high. The Magic just like don't fucking double like ever. They're just like my Wolves. Like they don't double. They just like, they switch. They stay home on shooters. They let like Maxey might take like 1 million shots a night. And here's like a little something too. If you go to Props Madness, I use the same filter for Maxey prop the other night without Joel Embiid. And if you go here and you go to DPT2, which is going to be his pick and roll handler stuff, and you take out like some of the top options. I mean, like he's played 3 games against teams that aren't like crazy aggressive against a pick and roll without Embiid, and literally had like 43 points. One was literally against the same team, the Magic. 39 points against the Clippers, and then against the Bucks, he had 54 points. So, I mean, Prophet, it's kind of like a mental block line, right? It's like, geez, like, are we really going to take an over 32.5 on Maxey? But honestly, dude, like, I'm strongly lean over.
What if I have a just as disgusting look, but it's a little different? I like Maxey over the 3.5 threes. I know they're fourth and above the break scoring, but a lot of that's just from preventing spot ups. They'll still drop on the pick and roll.
Yep.
And you've seen, like, if you want to go look at Maxey versus teams that play drop, it's like 8, 9, 10 3-point attempts per game. So yeah, man. I mean, you're telling me with 10 attempts, anything over 10, I think it's obviously he can shoot 20% from the line, but man, Maxey, yeah, look at that right there.
Yep, 9 attempts, 11. This one was 9, 10, 11, 15. Yeah, I mean, no, Prophet, you're completely right. They don't limit those catch and shoot threes, but the pull up threes. I mean, if you go to like pull ups, last 10, you go to 3-pointers attempted. I mean, Magic are literally allowing the 5th most pull up.
Exactly. So that's why I like the threes better than the points, but I couldn't talk you off of either.
Yeah, I think both are great looks, man. I think both are great looks, and even like Maxey, like I know it sounds like weird, but like I also don't hate like his assists either, man. Like or just like PA, because then you can get it down to like needing 30 and I know like your common instinct is to think like, yeah, assists under. Well, I feel like that's not really the case for the lead guard, because they just have the ball in their hands the entire fucking game. Like it's not like the Magic like don't allow like any assists. Like yeah, they don't allow a lot, but it's like they're not allowing like Justin Edwards type guys aren't getting assists because they're not like touching the ball at all, Right. You can still like feed Drummond, feed a cutter, things to that extent. And he got 8 assists against them last game. So I know it was, only on 11 potentials. I don't really trust potentials at this. Like,
bro, I agree. Like I have seen, and it doesn't matter which data service provider you use, because they're all just scraping the same data. I have seen dudes have like 9 assists on 8 potentials before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are we talking about here? So no, I agree. Like it's a good sign. Like I love to see when it says 18 potentials, but I agree with you. The potential assists have just, what is a potential anymore? I don't know.
No, they hand out assists left and right. They don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, so like Grimes under assist is someone I could get behind. I think Like 4.5. It's so damn juiced. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with Quentin Grimes stuff, man. If you go to like this Heat game, the only game he's played without VJ Edgecombe, yeah, he only played 35 minutes because he had 5 fouls with like 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Like they had to drag Nick Nurse was not trying to take him off the court. Paul George played in that game, and it's the same roster except minus Paul George. And Quentin Grimes literally had 21 first half minutes. like if he doesn't get into foul trouble, like he's literally probably playing like 40, 42 minutes or so. So that is the one scary thing with Grimes. In fact, and this moved a little bit. I was like really eyeing down Grimes at 3.5 rebounds. Just like one of those ones, Prophet, it's like, okay, well, this dude's like, I don't really like his matchup to score or assist really, but like he's going to be I think he's going to be on the court for like close to 40 minutes. So it's like, he just should be able to grab 4 rebounds,
Man, the assists actually are really intriguing to me. One big thing I've done this season is that I've not let the number or the odds dictate if I bet something or not. And what I mean by that is if something's minus 150, but it should be priced at minus 220, you're an idiot for not betting that. Like, can we agree on that?
Yeah.
And there's a long time. And I think being a social media content creator played a role into that because I don't want to be the guy just dropping minus 150s. But I sports bet for a living first, make content second. I think there's actually pretty good value on that 4.5 under minus 145 at DK. Oh, it moved to 154. Look, I think there's value at that. Don't let odds dictate if you like bet something or not, because a 4.5 minus 150 that's supposed to be 4.5 minus 220 is still a really good bet.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. That's facts. And I think someone needed to say that because I think with me personally, it's just like, are you a risk to win better? Like, so if something's minus 160, you're betting 1.6 to win one?
Depends on my confidence level. Sometimes when things get to be like a minus 160, I reduce risk, bet 1 unit, and let it ride.
Yep.
But like if something's minus 110, minus 120, yeah, I'm betting to win 1 unit.
Yep, that's what I'm doing too. Like, but I pretty much always, and I think that's a good point, man. Like, if there's something that's crazy juice, just like, we wouldn't bat an eye if this was minus 130. So just risk 1.3 units on it or something, so you don't lose too much if it does lose. But no, completely in agreement. And this is a good look, man. This definitely is. Outside of this damn Nets game, who, barbecue chicken Nets are. It seems like a tough ask, and they're just going to switch everything with Grimes. They might not want to switch everything with Maxey, right? Because Tyrese Maxey, you get Wendell Carter on him, he's going past him every single time or getting a step back. But Grimes, they're switching absolutely everything on. So he shouldn't get many assists in the half court whatsoever.
Did you watch the Warriors game versus Orlando?
Let's see. Orlando plays good defense. I'm sorry, what was that? The Warriors game? Yeah. Yep. Well, I didn't watch that. Steph went off though.
Well, and went off for scoring, and I approached it like I thought they might switch everything, right? Well, they would come out and they would hedge hard, and they didn't necessarily switch right away. Curry got out of that hedge at will. I could see Maxey doing similar things tonight, and also I want to agree with you on the Grimes minutes. Probably the only thing that could keep me off under 4.5 is he very well could play 40.
Yeah, and I don't know if I like his PR. Like, it really, like I said, I do think he gets some. I think he does get some like organic usage, that like is good against a team like Orlando, obviously. But I don't know, man. It's tough, like pulling the trigger on a guy who is so reliant at catch and shoot threes to go over his points line. But at the same time, Prophet, like if you do you got to factor in like a little bit of blowout, a little bit of foul trouble, things to that extent. I think that 38's like a genuine projection for me on him, and he is averaging 24 PR per 38 minutes. And of course, there's a lot of like injuries and stuff too, which probably benefits him a little bit.
So just to talk about the cup a little bit here, Magic are 2-0, 76ers are 0-2. Magic win and get in, so margin's not going to matter at all in this game. Magic win and they're in. Philly losing, you're out.
Okay. So this actually is pretty important, huh?
Important in the sense that Orlando has to win, but anything, if they win by 5, it's just as good as winning by 50 tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an
Okay.
interesting look right there. I just because they're so depleted, and Philly's not that good in pick and roll, but I wanted to run Franz unders today. I just didn't.
Franz unders. Yeah, I don't know if I like Franz unders, to be honest. I think that I mean Philly just like isn't going to do anything to force the ball. I kind of like De Silva's unders, to be honest with you, and I know he's been playing pretty good minutes. He played the Sixers this year and took 2 shots in 15 minutes. Not saying that's going to happen, but then it's also kind of like concerning, man. I mean, like 23 minutes, if that's in like the range of outcomes, and then what before that 28, and he was kind of playing a lot before that. But Philly just doesn't like, they don't really allow much spot up stuff either. They're kind of just staying home on those guys and playing drop. And I bet Franz will shoot like a million floaters. I kind of like Bane too, to be honest with you. I think he's had a couple tough matchups that are kind of screwing his number up, because if you go like without Paulo, like honestly, like we all know the Nets are a tough matchup. The Rockets are like very tough, and he still went over. You'd like to see him go over against Clippers, but Celtics, I think they're also pretty damn tough as well. And also this is like a back-to-back, so you saw some like kind of low minutes here. But you said just win and get in.
Win and get in for Orlando. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hate Bane stuff here personally. I actually lean over pretty heavily, and he actually already had 24 against Philly, and that was with Banchero. So
that is a good sign. How many field goal attempts in that one?
He had 20. He had 17. So shot really good on twos, but he only shot like 2 for 7 from deep. So it's not like it's not like he had like an incredible true shooting or anything,
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of do like Bane here. 20 and a half feels a little bit light, man. I don't know what his assists are at or PA's at, but yeah, 25 and a half. I kind of like that. Drummond stuff. So yeah, let's talk about Drummond. Prophet, do you have an opinion on him? So, I mean, we could go like without Embiid and then without Bona too, because Bona was kind of taking away some minutes from him. And he's played 38 minutes, 34, 18, but foul trouble, 38. Ridiculous.
This line has moved a lot. 14 rebounds is what I project. I believe the line is 12 and a half. So I still could get behind the rebounds over. I see a 137 double-double at DK. Also think there could be some value left there. Do you just pivot to PRs? What is that PRs line?
25 and a half. I guess there's the 24 and a half at DK. I would lean over on the 24 and a half. I think the 25 and a half is like, it's a little too close.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, he's been really good, dude. Like, you give him like 25 plus minutes, he's been pretty damn good. It's not like he's clearing this line by a whole lot. And Orlando's like, I think that they're a pretty good rebounding team, pretty good at limiting stuff in the restricted area as well. I think that overall points in the paint, they are not great. But
I mean, even if they were getting blown out, like, do they even have a backup center? Like, I think they might need to run Drummond 30 out of necessity tonight.
Yeah, they've been running him like 36. So
I see that. Yeah. Yo, can we talk about the fact that Andre Drummond shoots threes now?
I know, hilarious.
Like, actually fairly well. You look like you're about my age, maybe slightly younger. Can you remember when this man would shoot 45% from the free throw line? The free throw line. Yeah. When he was with Detroit, like now he's out here banging threes. I'm like, shell shocked. Brook Lopez 2.0.
Couldn't exactly see that coming, I will say.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is interesting. So we got the Wizards. They're starting Bilal, CJ, Kispert, Chris Middleton, and Alex Sarr. And then Daniels, Alexander Walker, Reese Shea, Johnson, and Porzingis. So I don't really think that changes much. Let's quick over to Lakers and Clippers, guys. So I'm on 2 props for this. I am on Chris Dunn over PA. I just think that I've seen the Lakers play him before, and once they got Luka, these are like the 2 games, man. You've had like 14-6, 15-4, good potential numbers and stuff. They just leave him wide open. Luka guards him, and like Luka does not give a shit. If Luka's guarding a bum, like he's gonna like let them know that they're a bum and like leave him wide
absolutely.
Open. So Chris Dunn, really high on his stuff, and also I think they actually need Chris Dunn here because they are going up against a team that has Luka and Reeves and LeBron. It's like he's really their only good like point of attack defender with Derek Jones out. So I do think he's actually like needed for minutes as well. And then Profit. I'm also on Luka under 8.5 assists. Looks like this. Wow, nice. Got some great CLV on this. But yeah, I mean, this is just like a pretty simple reason. You go like with LeBron, with Reeves, and it's not even at. If you got to take it up to 8.5, but yeah, he really clears this number when Luka and LeBron play. So, or AR and LeBron play.
I really like that bet. I'm actually sick. I wanted to bet there was an 18.5 RAs this morning, like a pretty widely available 18.5 RAs. And I didn't bet it. As stream went on and on, this line dropped to 17.5. Now there's even some 16.5s. So I love the assists under. I almost bet the RAs under. As the line moved and got farther away from me, I didn't take it. But I definitely do like the assists under at 8.5. And like you said, good value there.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see. So we got some US like Wagner's rebounds and assists. Yep. Cup games are different and it worries me. Yeah, cup games, I mean, I wouldn't look too much into it, dude. I just think that maybe it's like good for some starters minutes. Good for starters minutes, bad for bench player minutes and stuff. And if it's like a Wizards team, then like it doesn't matter. It's only for the teams that are actually competing out here. If you want to play an under, what do you look at the most? Yeah, I don't really change anything, man. I think that like it's all about. I kind of always start with matchup. Actually, I kind of start off by looking at lines, and if like a line's just when you look at lines enough, you can kind of just tell off glance when something's higher than usual, when like a certain player's out or when like the team's fully healthy. And then I like to like double take the matchup, and I like to just make sure that I'm not like taking under on someone who has a really good matchup, and their line's like high for a reason, and it's like the matchup's baked into the number. But it's the same process as an overman. It's just projecting out minutes, checking to see like is this a spot up guy against a team that leaks spot ups? Is this a pick and roll handler against a team that plays drop? Things to that extent. So, Profit, does anything change if you're going between overs and unders?
No, I think it's important to try to not just bet something because you think there's going to be a blowout. Yeah. I did that early on in my betting career and was just, disappointed more times than not. Now, I'm not saying that can't be the final piece of your analysis, right? But it shouldn't be the first point of your analysis. I think the thing, like you said, the thing I look at is very similar to overs. When I'm betting an over, I'm trying to say, okay, and it's kind of fun now. Like there's very soft outs offering 3-point and field goal attempt lines. I'll try to say, okay, this line is Franz Wagner 27.5 points. Well, I project there to be only 14 field goal attempts in this one, right? How does he get into 27 with 14 field goal attempts? So it's very similar to overs for me as well. I think you want to first find a difficult matchup, whether it's an individual matchup, whether it's a scheme, individual matchup might be Davion Mitchell. Scheme might be Philly playing drop coverage, and then build out from there. So, yeah, not a lot changes for over to under for me. Just kind of whether it's good or bad instead of anything else.
Yep. You saw my James Harden. Yep. Yeah, I do like Harden under for sure, man. Like I said, I mean, the Lakers are going to load up on him. It's actually hand in hand with my done read, to be honest. It's like when you're like just they're gonna if he's in the corner per se, or if he's a pass away, like that guy's just gonna come on or creep next to him and double off of him and things to that extent. And yeah, J-Main, I'm pretty sure he had pretty quiet games. So yeah, the last 2 games, I mean, didn't shoot the ball well, had good volume to be honest. But yeah, and then this one's like a very, very poor volume game. And these games were like, I think this one was without Norman Powell. And this team's pretty similar. So both of them were with Kawhi. But yeah, I actually really like this J-Main. I think that this is a really good bet. You have an opinion on Harden's under 24.5?
I actually ran his under 8.5 points. That line's moved a decent bit, but I think the 137 is still playable. I know this isn't going to be sexy because as a Lakers fan, people are going to, the Lakers absolutely like to collapse. I'm not going to say that they don't. With Kawhi back, though, I do think he'll get more of the defensive scheming from JJ Redick. I did almost run the PAs, which I think someone may have spoke on in the chat. Almost ran his PAs, but I did just run the under 8.5 assists. I also knew I was going to get good value there. Now I think that line's 7.5, so I wouldn't touch the 7.5.
Yeah. Okay. Zubac double. I mean, look, it's
Gotta
minus
be a nasty
175.
price. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I thought it would be worse. I honestly, I don't hate it. No Aiton.
Yeah, he should dominate Jackson Hayes.
Might
Look,
be
I
able
think
to go PRs there.
he's at 28.5, which feels efficient to me personally.
I agree.
But yeah, I think that I mean, if you're asking me, do I think that he gets a double? I definitely do. Yeah, I definitely think that he gets one. But yeah, I don't know about that current price. I wouldn't touch it there.
I would agree.
Let's see, Batum. I don't bet on Batum, man. Batum. It is Lakers do give up a lot of spot up, but I don't know. Okay. We could go back over to, let's see, was there anyone else that had questions? Let's see. Guys, I have to drive back to Minnesota tonight, so wish me luck. I'm about to drink like 10 energy drinks so I can like stay awake. That's gonna suck ass. So we'll see how that shit goes. Won't even be able to sweat on my bets, which sucks. But Prophet, are you a big live betting guy?
Yeah, it's not something that I release, but I am a live betting guy. But full transparency, I'm just trying to bet shit that's off market and honestly middle it. I do a lot of it with. I feel like I'm giving away an edge if I say anything else. So, yeah, there's definitely opportunities live.
Oh, Jared McCain points. Yeah, Prophet, we were talking about this. I mean, I like it personally. I do fear a little bit for his minutes. Like, I mean, is he just like guaranteed to play 25, 26 again? I don't know for sure. But with that being said, I do like the matchup for McCain. I think he's like Maxi light, right? Especially in the non-Maxi minutes. And I wonder if they're trying to chill out on Maxi's minutes like a little bit, right? I mean, I've never seen
He had the shoulder injury.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And Prophet, when's the last time you seen Maxi only play 36 minutes in a competitive game?
Never. It's usually 38, 39, 40.
41, 42. Keep on climbing the ladder. Like, yeah. No, I do lean over on McCain. Obviously the graph does not look pretty this year, like, of course. But no, I do personally lean over, and he's a guy who I think that in the non-Maxi minutes, he'll be like the first option, man, and he'll get a ton of usage. I think I lean over. I think there's a little bit too much uncertainty for me to play it though.
100% agree. Way too much uncertainty for me. I do think there are certain handicappers that like thrive in this which role player is going to go off role. It's generally not me. I think my shtick is actually fading stars, betting unders on people like LeBron James and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd much rather bet under on a star than like a dude who could hit, 2 threes in 2 possessions and screw your bet. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. Graham's over rebounds or under assists. Look, dude, gun to my head, I like his over rebounds, to be honest with you. Like 3.5. If you can get the 3.5 at MGM, sure. Or maybe if 365 has a similar number, sure. If not, I probably would just not play it. But yeah, I'm so pissed at myself for not playing his rebounds at like plus 100 this morning. So kind of sucks.
I would agree with that because I would be afraid to run his under just because of the minutes. Like I do model it under, but the minutes are going to be there. Philly's really depleted. He could get some junk bullshit fifth in the like 2 minutes left in the fourth, down 18. So yeah, I would go boards if I had to.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I don't hate like points too, to be honest. Like the more I think about it, I mean, he should get a decent amount of usage here. Like he's definitely not going to be just a spot up guy. I think that like PR at 21.5 is a halfway decent look. And like when you calculate out on a per minute basis, like you're gonna see a pretty good number. And I don't know if the matchup is just absolutely terrible or anything. So
So Grimes was a cash cow for me last year while Maxey missed some times. If you remember, Lonnie Walker went stupid as well. Like those two were cash cows for me last year. And so I'm like even inclined to bet his points over and still can't bring myself to it. I feel like the line's just efficient, but I would want to be on the over, maybe even just the threes instead of the points, but I just couldn't get there today.
Yeah. Prophet, guess what game I bet Rui to hit 2 threes?
The same one I did. Yeah. Nah, me too, bud.
Yeah, that sucked ass. So, but dude, in all seriousness, like his hit rate is very, very good with all three of these guys playing just all time. I will say, I don't think the Clippers don't really give up corner threes. I don't think, which it actually is kind of. Let's see, catch and shoot threes in general. I don't think that they're giving up a ton. If you go to, actually, are they? I might be way off with this. Can you see the clips? Am I blind?
I have this worked into my model. So for catch and shoot defense, I have the Clippers ranked at 16th.
It looks pretty middle of the pack to me too. Let's see, overall opponent shooting. I like to go by zone. I like to go last 10 games. Let's see. Clippers are pretty low in corner threes, which I think is actually relevant to Rui, to be honest, because he's definitely just like a corner camper. Like
if anything, you'll get that rotation late in the shot clock where he'll replace the guy at the wing. He'll start in the corner, then there'll be a drive and he'll replace out. So everything's coming like free throw line extended and under for Rui.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Definitely not shooting no top of the key threes, that's for sure. But no, yeah, I think I'd lean. I mean, you're getting plus money, man. I don't hate it. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, Prophet, I think that's gonna do it. Quick wrap it up here, guys. If you guys are on YouTube right now, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel. It just helps the channel grow a ton, quite frankly, and it is very, very greatly appreciated. Helps more people find this. So if you do find value in this, yeah, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel. And of course, guys, Prophet stuff, his YouTube, his X is the link below. Prophet, do you want a quick shout out, those things, or tell them a little bit about what you're going to find with those?
Yeah, at Profit Props 1 on X, YouTube, I do believe is down below Profit Props. I go live 7 days a week, noon Eastern time, break down the entire NBA slate. Usually about an hour and a half long. And then you follow me on X. I try to get some write-ups out while streaming's been mostly my main gig on the timeline, but very similar to what we just did today. I go through the entire slate, break down my favorite plays in each game, and then I do recap every day too. I think that's important. Just as Ty recaps every morning in his morning show, I recap. I don't have the fancy graphic that he does, but I do recap every day. So you're going to get the transparency there as well.
Canva, yeah, key to all that. Okay, cool. Well, Prophet, once again, seriously appreciate you coming on. Was a great show. And everyone, guys, like I said, I will be driving home tonight to Minnesota, so I won't have a video tomorrow. Probably won't have a live stream, to be honest, either. So you'll probably see me again on Sunday, I believe, and for that. So cool. I'll have a video dropping tomorrow night with some NFL stuff if you guys give a shit about that. But all right, appreciate everyone tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time.